In this quick video, we're going to look at how to publish a report within Ripplestone. So first we need to log in as an administrator or a publisher. And let's create a new folder for this report. It'll be called Products. And we can optionally give it a description. And we'll put it under the home folder. Then once we have our folder created, we can publish the document. So we'll call this Products by SKU. Again, we can give it a description if we'd like. And then we can decide how we want to view this report. By default, we can view it with the Crystal Reports web viewer, or we can also just output it right to a PDF. Next, on the Published Folder tab, we'll select the folder we would like to place the report in, and then click Browse, and pick the report from your computer. We can also give it author information. And then once we've done that, we can click Save. Now once the report is published, we'll have these different sections. We've got a Document Actions area, and from here we can run the report, and we can save it to our favorites. All users will see this Document Actions area. If you're an administrator or a scheduler, you'll have the option to schedule a document. If you're a user, you don't have the option to schedule a document, but you'll see any documents that have been scheduled. From the document maintenance, again, if you're a publisher or administrator, you'll have the option to edit this document, move this document to another folder, or delete the document. And then all users will see document information, and that is the information about the name we gave it, the description, the physical file name for this Crystal report, the author contact, and again, which web viewer we're using. So at this point, we can run the report by clicking the link. This report asks for a few parameters, so we'll give it some information, and we can run the report. Then the report now will run, refresh its data from the data source, and be displayed in the Crystal Reports web viewer. And from the web viewer, we have a few options. We can obviously see the report. We can click on the export button and export this to other formats. We can put it into a PDF, Excel, Word, just a text format. We can print the report, and this will just open up a printer dialog box. We can page through the different pages of this report and move back and forth, and then also we can zoom in and out, so we could make it a little smaller, back to 100%. And then once you're done with the report, we can click this, close this window, and we're back to the home screen. So from here, other things that we might want to do is say we maybe put this in a folder that we want to move. So let's say we wanted to put this whole products area under the home office. We can click on the products folder, edit this folder, and we can move this folder and all the reports under it to another location. So now we've moved that products folder under the home office folder, and again, here's our report. Our report can be run a number of ways. We can, if we're clicked on the folder, we'll see a list of all the different reports listed over on the right side, and we can run the report from clicking this link or the green arrow. We can right-click on a folder or a document and run the report from here, or as we did when we first started out, we can click on the report and run it from this Run Report link or from the green arrow. If you're an administrator or a publisher, there is a few other options that we'll look at if you click on Edit Document. Since we're using the web viewer, we have some web viewer options. And these allow you to decide if certain users will be able to print or export the report. Right now, all users are able to do both. They can export the report and print the report. If there was somebody that you did not want that to happen, you can move them over into the selected users list and then check the checkboxes for the appropriate action. Dynamic pick lists are a way to dynamically fill in the parameter values, and we'll look into this further in another video. Database connection is helpful for when you publish a report and you want to make sure that the server and Ripplestone have what's needed to run the report. This report happens to be using a ODBC DSN. It's called TS Store BBD, and we can see from this being green that the DSN was found on the Ripplestone server for this report. And then we also would need a database connection for this report to provide that DSN with the user ID and the password to log into, in this case, SQL Server, to get the data for the report. And then finally, we have a usage tab, which will show how many times this report was run, when it was last run, and who ran it. So let's click cancel to go back to the home screen. And this is a quick video on how easy it is to publish a new report to Ripplestone and to run it.